the most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Guys?
All right, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Using his legs, it's Richard. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Henry were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. I mean, anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Catch in the middle, it's Barker. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's moving out of the pocket. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that stuff. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Quarterback himself in the backfield. Now on the move. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Williams. Using the quick game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Play action with Williams. Now he's going to break the pocket. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. That's reeled in, it's Marsh. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go right back downfield. Snares it outside. It's Beebe. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David. Turning it on! They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Safe completion on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. That screen pass just never had a chance to get going, and the defense wrecked it from the start.
And you assume on a screen play you're going to get something positive, something decent. That was absolutely awful. There was nowhere to go, no room for the running back to make a play.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How about the speed and athleticism in the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the first.
Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Fires to the big fella. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the deep.
There's some room. Picks up the 1st down. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Pulls it in with one hand. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running the red zone. It's Beebe. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Start on the ground with Washington. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Williams. Pressure coming. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
From the red zone, it's Richard. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
A first down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for from the defense. You're expecting runs, 2nd and goal. Got to find a way. You can't give an inch. This part of the field, this yard marker right here, you've got to be physical. Nice job by the defense winning that 2nd down.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
He was draped all over him as soon as he caught the ball. Knocked him down behind the line, and they get the stop on 4th down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Here's Williams to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's loose at the 15. Breaks into the open. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with a look at Northern Illinois taking on the number 13 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's Northern Illinois coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming.
He's got it for a big play. The tag. He is in. Touchdown, Washington.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
Stop me.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the... That's a foul on the play. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Yeah, okay.
He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. That one will give them the lead.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is...
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gonna run it. It's Beebe. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Gets it to him on the screen. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Hoover. Makes a catch. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Makes the grab on the left. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Fires to the tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to find the end zone, and they will score. Touchdown, Indiana!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Throwing, Williams. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel.
Looking for a huge play. He's got it. Breaks free. Touchdown, Huskies. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Huskies back on top.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
and it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And now this offense needs a late fourth-quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Looking for room. It's Beebe. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Here's a little room there. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy, and he gets you a first down, and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Got it in the middle. It's Becker. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
The short hands, it's Becker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Looking left. He's got it. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Boring.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Hoosiers right back at them.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Quarterback making checks. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the 4th. Williams. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Here's a give to Washington. Maybe a crease.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Williams. Quickly out to the tight end.
I like that play call there. Third and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Washington. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Huskies back on top.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Richard. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The throw. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass. It's Hoover. Here's a heat. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Pickoff of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now timeout taken by Indiana, that's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Making side adjustments here. Lined up in the gun. Williams on 3rd down. A strike downfield. A bit of a roll of the dice. Betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute, ice this game.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off.